G'day, I'm WatchDog-J, and welcome to the ending of Life is Strange Before the Storm. Now, you may have noticed I said ending and not final episode because there is a bonus episode that I will be live streaming. Now, my solution to should I live stream the ending or the bonus episode is that the ending will be a premiere and the bonus episode will be live. So, and then I will be doing a video where I get all the achievements, like I did for the first game. But, it looks like the fire has stopped burning, so let's get into the episode. The main menu screen has been really good for this game. It was in the first game, I just can't remember what it looked like though. I remember it went from day to night to storming in the first game, but I can't exactly remember what it looked like, so
I want to tell you all of it. But are you sure that Chloe should be here for...
Chloe stays.
Of course.
why does he look so realistic?
Rose is my wife, and your mother. But the woman you saw at the Overlook, her name is Sarah. Your birth mother.
What?
I'm going to tell you everything, Rachel.
Sarah's
Everything
binoculars?
I've shielded you from for so long. But the truth can be hard to look at. Is this really something you're ready for?
This is really weird. Like, it's really strange. Is this meant to be like the mind boggle that was in the first game? I'm here.
Here. Good. I need you.
I'm guessing this is like meant to be the equivalent of the part where we see all the memories in the first game, like, as long as you'll be my partner in crime, and there's an otter in my water.
When I was in high school, there was one person everyone adored. Her
The camera
teachers,
lens is dirty.
her friends. Sarah was everyone's favorite. Every boy wanted to date her. I could barely believe it when she picked me. Sometimes
I can't either. How
I
you...
think that's what kept me blind for so long. She was so alive, so passionate about everything. Early on, though, I realized I wasn't enough for her. While the rest of us were pursuing college, careers, families, Sarah wasn't looking for any of that. She was looking for escape.
And she wants to be the Joker? What is that dance? She looks like she's about to fall over.
When Sarah became pregnant, I thought it would solve everything. And it did. For a little while.
And that's
Telling
Rachel? I mean,
your
yeah,
father
Rachel.
was the greatest moment of my life. There was so much love, but I was still blind. However much she loved you then, it wasn't enough. Sarah, the need to escape was always there.
Is she doing bad things? Yep. That's what I thought she was
For
doing.
a year, I tried to help her. I made myself believe that she was still a good person. That no matter what happened, she would never do anything to hurt you. I was wrong.
Holy.
I saw her for who she really was. A destructive person.
How many needles has she shot in her arm?
Someone who could never be satisfied. Anyone or anything
Rock and roll. Nope.
of her own daughter. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. So I made a choice. I was never going to let her harm you again. What you saw at the Overlook, Rachel, it was true. We kissed. It was the saddest kiss of my life. It was a kiss goodbye.
That's what I thought.
And I was happy for her. That she felt like she'd gotten her life together. Finally. But she didn't get to just decide one day to be a mother. Not after what she'd done. Not after all the people she hurt. All the lives she destroyed. I told her she'd been given the greatest gift in the world. The chance to be your mother. And she squandered it. It pained me to hurt her like that. But I'd do it again. And again. And again. To keep you safe.
Well, she didn't get her life together. She came out of Frank's van.
So that was the first time you've seen her or spoken with her in 15 years?
No. I send her money. Every single month. It's our arrangement.
But now she wants to see me?
Yes. But Rachel, it cannot be.
Why not? If that's what Rachel wants.
Drug addiction is a disease. It afflicts everyone, not just the addict.
I agree.
I will not allow you to be victimized by her disease again.
Even if that's true, Rachel could still meet her. And maybe the fact that she wants to see me means she's gotten better.
Maybe so. But consider that for 15 years, she's preferred that money to you.
Rachel. I think I need to lie down.
Plus, she came out of Frank's van, a known drug dealer. Although he doesn't give the... he just gives the... what do I say? Rachel and Chloe, where are you guys? We're at the Tempest cast party. I already texted Rachel like 8 times. Hey, I don't think we're gonna make it. Chloe, you should come. Yeah, Chloe, you did awesome, babe. What? Hey, Chloe, great job tonight. Thanks, I can't. But you were amazing. I'll even admit Mr. Keaton seemed a little disappointed when I arrived. Seriously, just come. Bring Rachel. Sorry, guys.
I can't leave Rachel to deal with this alone. This must be hard for you too, Mr. Amber.
It could be far worse. My biggest fear is that Rachel will try to meet Sarah. I dreaded it.
So that's why you never told her?
You have no idea what pain Sarah's caused. Her addiction has led her to do terrible things. I don't want Rachel to go through any of that.
Shouldn't that be up to Rachel? What are you afraid Sarah will do?
I don't understand. Are you afraid that Sarah would do something to Rachel?
I don't think she would deliberately harm anyone. But addicts can cause tremendous harm without meaning to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I had my
Rachel's
fan on.
not a baby anymore.
Listen to me. Sarah brought criminals and drug dealers into our home. She put Rachel in serious danger just to chase her habit.
Do you think Sarah is involved with any of the drug dealers around here?
It wouldn't surprise me if she were. That's who she is.
Well, I know
Chloe,
she is.
I believe Rachel trusts you more than anyone else right now.
Is this where you ask me to manipulate Rachel into doing what you want?
This is where I ask you to do as your conscience dictates. But please, put my daughter's safety first.
I will.
That is something I will always do.
She's so young. You are too. But I know you've experienced loss. Protect her from that. Please.
I'll do what I can. I care about her too, you know?
I know. Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, Mrs. Amber.
I think it's Rose at this point, considering everything.
But,
Okay.
your name was always Rose or Mrs.
Rose.
Amber. Oh. Oh, you're just saying I can say your first name. Sorry about... Do you need any help?
Do you need any help with anything?
That's very kind of you. Could you get out the broom for me? It's in the breezeway. Door to the left of the fridge.
Sure.
Hey, cool crap. Rachel was really getting rid of this?
Is that going in my pocket? I take the shirt? What? Why is the flashback?
Mrs. Amber, could I have this?
Oh, sure, Chloe. Rachel was going to give it away anyhow.
Thanks.
You're very nice.
Here you go.
Flash.
Thank you. I'm really quite glad that you're here.
I'm glad too.
You've had to cope with much worse, I know. I'm grateful Rachel has someone as strong as you. How are you doing, Chloe?
How am I doing?
Your generation loves to talk about how awkward different things are.
Huh?
Well, this must be pretty awkward, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's super weird.
I guess I'm not great. Rachel and I were really happy a few hours ago, and now...
Maybe you can see why James wanted to keep this a secret. There are many painful things about Rachel's past, including my own role in hiding the truth.
Sarah shouldn't have taken money over seeing her daughter.
You know, I am so thankful to her that she did. It gave me the opportunity to be Rachel's mother. I never knew how much I could love someone until I had Rachel.
But hearing the truth after all these years hurt Rachel more than anything.
I'm not happy with James for the whole way this came out.
You're not happy with James? What about what he did at the Overlook?
It might be hard for you to understand, but after 13 years of marriage, I'm not threatened by what happened.
You're right. I don't understand.
You don't have to worry about me or James. Rachel's the one who needs you right now.
Do you think Sarah is dangerous?
I've never met her, so I don't know. But I'm inclined to trust my husband.
And I saw her leave a drug dealer's
His
place.
entire life is about keeping people safe. Rachel's extremely fortunate to have him as her father.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chloe.
I'm guessing this is... Yeah, no. Dosey do. I am so happy. Let's travel. There's a Polaroid on the wall. Here's our daily copyright claim. I've been getting copyright claimed a lot lately. Hell is Empty. I almost said Hell is Empty Remastered.
I need some way to show Rachel that I'm here for her.
I writ on my hand, be here for Rachel. See, that's what I like this system of how you check your objective, but it's really weird when she needs to write, like...
Rachel has so many inspirations, she can barely keep them all contained. Rachel even knows how to make a dinky lamp look cool. Rachel's surrounded by so much love, yet she seems so... alone.
To our wonderful daughter on the night of the first show, break a leg, we love you, mum and dad. Frick. Apology chart?
Makes sense.
What does that mean?
Rachel needs 2 signs to contain her awesomeness. I shall call her Lion Crab from now on.
Cancer Leo. The cusp of ejaculation. Strength, creative, passionate, loving, devoted, diplomatic, weakness, self-centered, volatile, possessive, and dramatic. Well, I mean, she is a drama student.
Cool light. This light needs more light.
I know how to sort that out. But first, to look
Wonder
around.
what I could find around here to brighten up that nightlight.
Is there a section on how to walk fours through batshit crazy family drama? No? May you always be safe. Sure. But from who?
Probably just in general. It's a first aid kit.
I could get grades like this. I just don't want to.
A.
Hard to believe the show was only a few hours ago. Seems like everything has changed since then.
Oh, those are the flowers she got. And I saved the one.
At least she'll have something from tonight.
I put it in a water bottle.
Rachel's always made being an A student seem so easy. Almost sad to see all this effort. I think Rachel could use another subject. But which one?
Herbology or anatomy.
That's the one.
That's a weird time to do that, but okay.
We were so close to making our break last night. Now, I don't know. The yin and badass yang of Rachel Amber.
Above all, remember you are loved. Before all else be armed, Miss Cheville. Okay, computer.
I know something Miss Arcadia doesn't.
Dear Miss Arcadia, what's the real deal with the fire north of town? Forget King Walls. Wait, first, no. Didn't the fire start the day after firework was here? This is a strange one, friends. Maybe if the sources. Okay, it's just them saying like they don't know what's happened. Milk? Why milk? Chloe, I'm leaving the door unlocked in case you don't have your key. Please come home. Doesn't matter. I can't right now. Please. Tell her what you're doing, damn it. Yeah, she'll just break her things. Ah.
All ready for Rachel's light show. Better get her attention first. Hey, Rachel.
I'm glad you're here, Chloe.
Of course.
Okay. Stars. It is a star on the wall. Oh, that's what is that bag? It said like hate girl or something.
Hey. Check it out.
It's beautiful.
I thought you might like it.
I've always loved stars.
I'm guessing you never put your thing on the end of a torch before.
They remind us there's so much beauty out there. which we almost never see.
Because we're blinded by what's in front of us.
Exactly.
I don't think.
Then I learned the truth. The stars we're seeing have already been dead for millions of years. They're all lies.
But that doesn't make them any less beautiful, right?
I don't know. If they're not even real, then what's the point?
Illuminating the sky.
It's all lies. Everything. My entire life. My dad. My mom. If I can even call her that anymore.
Give her a hug.
And that other woman. My real mom. She's the biggest lie of all. I can't trust any of them.
Well, I think you can trust your dad. I mean, he
I
told.
think you're the only one in the world I can trust.
I'm honored.
I'll take it. Even if it's only by process of elimination.
Good.
Hug. Give it. Hug her.
I wore this bracelet my entire life. I never even asked why. Never even thought about it.
You wore it around your neck for the show.
Somehow, I think I always knew. Even when I didn't know. That my real mother was gone.
Oh, I saw a flash of light again. Are you still talking? Because it says leave in the corner, so. Map of the USA. I can't read that. You guys are wearing shoes on the bed. I'll leave this in a second. I just want to see around the room. Traveled to Asia. Yeah.
The fact that she's here right now. That she came here. For me. I think I need to see her. Is that wrong?
I don't know.
Honestly, I have no idea what's right or wrong in this situation. I just know that whatever you decide, I'm in.
But what if we can't find her? It's not like I can ask my dad. I have no idea where to start.
I've got an idea.
I think I know what to do. I'll call Frank and get him to connect us to her.
You do that?
I'll give it a shot.
But at what point does Frank know
Of
Rachel?
course, even if we know where she is, we need a way to get to her. I can't just ask my parents for a ride.
I think I can handle that.
I think I might be able to fix up that truck in the junkyard.
Really?
I'll give it my best.
I know you will. But even if we find her, how will I talk to her? What do I say?
You'll know.
After my dad died, I was worried I wouldn't know how to talk to him anymore. But somehow, when we speak, I always know what to say.
When you speak?
To the
In my
grave.
dreams, he's there. And it's so real. It's almost like it's another part of my life. It used to be the only part that mattered.
It's really hard to commentate over this episode.
I've never told anyone about that. Weird, huh? Rachel?
I was just thinking. Maybe I was wrong before. Who cares if the stars are dead? As long as we can still see them, that means they're real. To us. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because they technically are real anyway, if you think about it. Also, you know, it's proven there's no... there was a beginning to the universe, because if it was infinite, the sky would just be pure white at night. Which is pretty cool. Oh no, is it my daily dose of dead dad? I'm suspecting it is. Is that storm in the background the storm from the first? Why is David?
Dad?
Car crash
We're
simulator?
stuck. Hey, maybe you should let me drive. You always do it wrong.
That was one time. When are you going to let it go?
Why is
Remember when we used to
Victoria
work on
here?
cars together? Those are some of my favorite memories.
Why do you keep changing to David? Your memories.
Don't you mean my memories? I don't think you remember after you're dead.
Touche. All right, you win. Why don't you go take a look?
You sure?
This is really weird. Oh my god, this is...
What's
Damn,
wrong?
batteries busted.
Don't you see anything?
Here it is.
Fine. It's the spark plug.
No, that's not it. I just had that replaced.
Isn't improv supposed to be all about yes and?
Yes, and what?
Dad, stop. None of this is real. You're not real. Rachel's family isn't real.
They're sitting around... what?
This whole thing, it's all just theater.
Well,
He's getting angry.
you know what William Shakespeare said.
The world's a stage.
Something about the whole world being a stage. So, might as well act the fuck out of it.
Nailed it.
But I don't want to be an actor.
Flashing.
I just want to be myself. Give me a break.
Well,
Maybe there's a reason we pretend. Maybe the lies we tell each other are less horrible than the truths we keep hidden.
Wow. That's pretty dark, Dad.
Where do you think you get it from? There's my cue.
Dad?
Relax, sweetie. It's all pretend, right?
Right.
Just a bit of stage magic. Floodlights, sound effects. Chloe, look at me.
Oh, please tell me Flash video.
Look at me, sweetheart. It's going to be okay.
That was a lot more than I was expecting. Jesus Christ! That was just a whole damn truck! Exploring and firewalk.
Okay. I saw Sarah leaving Frank's RV. He might know how to find her. He might also be totally pissed about Damon's money. I've got to get this exactly right. I can do this.
Yes, I can.
Price.
Oh, Frank. Eager much?
Where's the money?
I can explain.
I have a question to ask you first. I mean, a favor.
You can't be fucking serious.
I need to find that woman from yesterday. Sarah. Frank?
What the hell for?
Something important. Can you help?
I'll be a friend.
I'm trying to help a friend. It would mean a whole lot to her.
The girl with you at the mill?
Yeah.
Me in the junkyard in 2 hours.
Sweet. Thanks, man. You're a real...
A real what?
That went well, I guess.
But in the first game, it seemed like
What am I
Frank
getting myself into?
and Rachel had a relationship, so why do they not know each other yet? Unless the game ends before Rachel goes missing. But I find that hard to believe. Thank you for being there for me last night. Guess what? I'm a good kisser. Okay, that. So we're meeting Frank at the junkyard in 2 hours. I think he can get us in touch with Sarah. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm still at my house just showering, grabbing tools for the truck. So meet me at the junkyard. I'll be there, your amazing Chloe Price.
Okay, I've got 2 hours to kill. A shower would be fucking amazing. If Rachel and I were still leaving today, there's literally nothing in there that's worth taking. Have I ever watered that? Better than nothing.
Okay. Was that soft drink?
Sorry, Ward. I've got a real ride to fix up now. Huh? Mom usually does my laundry when she gets sick of me not doing my laundry. Maybe she believed me for once about never coming back home.
Yeah. Now, it is summer, but I wanted to put this on because it's nice and cool on the inside of it. Alright, so I grab close.
So much has changed. I wonder if you'd even recognize me now.
Well, you look the same, just with shorter hair.
Dad's favorite jacket. Definitely taking that if Rachel and I ever leave. Is Mom playing music?
She's probably dancing with David. So I was right all along, Rachel Amber is evil. Oh yeah, she totally is. I guess you think you're her little sidekick now. Yup. You got every line of that play. How? Just stop messaging. Oh my god, please, Chloe. You got every line of that play perfect. How could that be? You've been planning this, haven't you? Oh no, you figured it out. I've had it with this school. Nobody gave a crap about me last night. I was all Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. Oh man, when you try to drug someone and then it bites you in the back, that's just the worst. F you, Chloe.
One day, I'll look at that and think, huh, my old home. And not, fuck this shithole forever.
Right, is it just going to be the same?
So, if I put this photo out, Mom just hides it in a different drawer? What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? That's ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Is there any other photos hidden in other drawers? No. Any in this drawer?
Shit. David really is moving in.
Mother's Day.
I remember this. Mom loved it.
A free breakfast
Wait.
in bed. Love you,
Today
William.
Mother's Day? Shit.
It's been scientifically proven you're officially the best mum in the world. Happy Mother's Day, love, Chloe. Oh, Chloe and her dad did a joint thing.
Can I just give that to Mom again for Mother's Day?
No. We're gonna do something.
Wait. Mom actually sold her ring? For $300.
What?
Because nothing screams compensating for something like a bright yellow sports car. Sports cars are really good for...
Hot rod flames. Hitting on chicks.
hitting on chicks.
Monthly masterpiece. Alright. I gotta grab something for dear old mother for Mother's Day, so what will I give her?
Okay, I've got 2 hours to kill. Figures. What? Nice to see Rachel really is good at everything she does.
Just in case you're more proof, Black Girl is better off without Chloe Prive. So that's what girls take forever doing in the bathroom. Mad respect. No one asked you, Trevor. Burn. Wow, Chloe, that was classy.
Thou art an idiot. Hang in there, Skip.
Am I to grab anything for her? Or am I just going to say Happy Mother's Day? Okay.
Is that David's towel? Where the hell is mine?
What?
Okay.
Do you really need to
My towel's
replace?
probably in here somewhere. I should just calmly look for it.
I truly hate seeing so much of David's shit around here.
No awesome pirate towel.
Is it in the laundry?
Lots of washcloths. No towel. Score. Can't believe Max and I were so into this shit when we were kids. Wait a minute.
Captain Bluebeard's hair dye.
Max was going to make me a pirate, but we never got around to it.
Hmm.
Ready for the best shower of my life.
Gross.
What is that? My Manly Grip Pomade Super Grip Hairstyling. Is she gonna dye her hair? Man, 2 games in a row with this in it. She's gonna dye her hair, I think. She does this streak. So when she did a whole head. I'm gonna steal them from my mum. That wasn't there before, was it?
What do I feel like wearing on this crazy ass day?
Hot Dog Man, Punk Dough. Okay, so those are the same. Let me see, what does this one look like? We'll look through all of them again. Ooh, that's actually cool. But I would like to look at the other ones as well. Zombie Crypt. No. I'll probably pick the first one I put on, but I want to look at all of them. And Skull. Whoa! Whoa, what, are you trying to steal? You trying to steal my style, Chloe? Huh? Well, I guess I have to pick that one. I mean, what else am I gonna pick? Unless, is the shoe something different? No. Alright, just...
Alright. One last thing. I need to get Dad's tools so I can fix that truck. Dad's toolbox should be in the garage downstairs.
I wonder when she starts wearing a beanie. Oh, I mean, literally, my exact outfit right now, except I have a beanie on my head. Yeah, let's fix that. Let's fix that. Literally, exact outfit right now. White shirt, red checkered shirt, and some jeans. And natural hair color is basically the same as well, so. And I will admit, my hair used to be dyed green. That's where I'm going to leave it.
Is getting out of here still in my future? Or is this picture the closest I'll ever get? Either way, we're fixing that truck from the junkyard. Here goes. What are the chances I can avoid Mom or David?
I would have put on that shirt I stole, well, I didn't steal, I took from Rachel's house, because probably would have been some story with that, like, hey, that's my shirt I was getting rid of. But I mean, come on, the game was asking me to wear this. Wait, but that means Max was Max wearing Rachel's?
I'm flipping them over.
Not yet. I told you, 3 minutes each side.
They're gonna burn.
Oh, you're the expert now.
I can't stand it.
I'm telling you, it'll make a mess. You know, you don't have to make me breakfast. I'd settle for flowers.
You cook all the time. I want you to have a break at home.
You are one class act, David Madsen.
Music cut out.
Mom actually looks pretty happy right now.
Let's keep her happy. Wait, is there meant to be music and it just all cut out? Oh my god, it did. No. Come on, you can't freaking do this to me. I've been copyrighted so much already, and I don't care about it. I need the music. It's so weird. This is like Spider-Man 3 realistic audio. Just hearing their feet. It's probably meant to be the classic music playing.
Hey.
Chloe, your hair. When did you... Was this for the play? I heard you performed last night.
Nope. I mean, I did, but this is something different.
And that shirt.
Does my hand say shower?
In ages.
Out of clean clothes.
I was out of clean clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd be coming home. None of that matters now. Oh, I am so glad to see you.
I'm also glad you came home, Chloe.
Be nice today. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I didn't get you anything.
Having you back home is present enough.
I'm just here to pick up something. Then I have to go.
Are you coming home tonight?
Mom, I don't know.
I wish you would tell me what you're up to.
I will. I'm hanging out with Rachel.
I'm just hanging out with Rachel.
Oh, how is Rachel? I was telling David about the play and you being in it.
I really gotta go.
Listen, wait. Before you go, David has something to say to you.
Which is?
It won't take but a minute.
Mom.
Okay, that was. I don't know who was in the. We had the pancakes. Do I get any? Come on, David.
Chloe.
Cough them up. I need the pancakes.
I...
You get nothing from
I
me
don't have time
unless I have
for
a
this.
pancake.
Hold on a minute. Please. I owe you an apology.
Let's hear it.
Chloe, I should not have asked you to empty your pockets yesterday. I was, out of line. And I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Okay. Apology accepted.
Really?
Yeah. Good job. And good job, Mom, for twisting his arm or whatever.
Chloe,
What? It's great. He listens to you. Can we be done now?
I'm gonna snag a pancake.
Wait 1 second. Don't go, Chloe. I've been meaning to show you something. Maybe now's a good time.
A photo?
This is my friend Phil Becker. We served in the same unit. 2 tours. Becker was killed near the end of our deployment. Roadside IED.
This is what you
We used to
been meaning to tell me?
joke about all the trouble we were gonna get into once we got back home. But he died. He died, and I didn't. And I think about that fact every damn day. The point is, I've had my share of grief. I know what you're going through. So I guess what I'm saying is, I'm here to do whatever I can to help you get over the
Am I gonna
loss
cut
of
him
your
off?
dad.
please, I'm begging you. Give David a chance, won't you?
If it gives me the option, I'll say yeah, but
Here,
it's out of character, isn't it?
why don't you keep this photo for a little while? Think about what I've said.
Except... But it is out of... Would she have done that?
David looks so young. And this Phil guy, they look close.
Their faces look like... He looks like he's from Spider-Man, and that other guy, his face is barely visible. But it's cool. I like how they do the art style.
Thank you, David.
Oh, Chloe,
Mom.
I'm just so proud of you both.
Mom, I really need to go.
Be careful out there, Chloe.
I love you, sweetheart.
All right, all right.
It's really weird though that in the... I don't know if it's just his voice actor's not as grouchy sounding, or...
What the hell?
David seems too nice and Chloe seems too nice to David in this prequel, but what is this?
Just gotta grab Dad's toolbox and then get out of here quick. Holy crap. This might actually be helpful for fixing up the truck.
Yeah. Yeah, but like say in the first game, David's like accidentally sexist and stuff like that in the first game, but in this game he's kind of just really nice. And every now and then sounds a little grouchy, but he's not really. Where in the first game, even when he's being nice, he sometimes sounds angry on accident. So it's kind of a little off-putting. Don't lay on the tracks, Chloe! That's your future right there. Squirrel.
Come on.
Oh, your dad's tools are rusty.
Work with me here.
I should probably put my phone on silent.
It still needs a bit more love. I can salvage this beast.
Chloe, this is David. Did my mum give you my number? Yes, she did. I noticed you took your father's toolbox. Are you working on a project? Sort of. What kind of project? Sorry, I'm a little busy right now. Well, I'm glad to see you taking an interest in something. Keep it up. See? He's way too nice in this one.
I just need to find the right tool for each problem.
Because in the first game, he's loving in an aggressive way. And in this game, he's just loving in a loving way. This tool... Look.
It's not like I need a manual, but I'm really glad it's here.
Remove carbon buildup indicator, grease intake frick. I don't know this. Check.
The distributor cap looks pretty
Looks pretty gross.
I need something small to scrape the gunk off the cap.
And screwdriver's small. Just scrape it off straight into the rest of the car.
That should help keep shit distributed.
And you've dislodged it.
Fuck.
Put it back on. Okay. State of park fire remains active. Moderate to heavy smoke expected. Limited outdoor activity.
Go back from whence you came.
Check.
This connection is pretty shaky. I could fix this battery post if I could get a good enough grip on it.
Pliers.
There. Fits like a deadly electric glove. This thing seems pretty gunked up. I think I should move on to something else.
What? Okay.
This thing is going to the fuck up. Maybe.
What the
Sick.
How much was... What... Who the hell owned this ute?
It's pretty loose. How can I tighten it?
The wrench.
Much better.
Is that it? Did I do everything?
Spark plugs busted. Carbon deposits. Of course.
Ah, and her dad replaced it before getting in the car crash. I love how you can just see the fire in the background. Like, it's not like it was just there for effect. It's actually always there.
Please? I need you.
Nice.
Yeah.
You don't have license plates. What was that for?
Hey, Junkyard Queen. Where are you at? Hey. Holy shit. Your hair. It's so...
Badass.
I was gonna say hot.
You didn't
But,
say the rest
yeah,
of your sentence.
Badass too. Hey, not sure if you saw, but someone moved your truck.
No way.
It was me.
You're probably a
It
certified
was
mechanic
me.
now. Even have the shirt to prove it.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Should we check it out?
Hey, Price. Nice wheels.
Thank you. I made it myself. Why are you wearing a British jacket?
You're
I don't get it.
early, Frank. What's the occasion?
It's his fucking bar mitzvah. Frank here's becoming a man. Aren't you, big guy?
What's he
What?
doing here?
What do you think? We're not dealing with a couple of dime bags anymore, Chloe. Where's the money?
I don't have it.
For fuck's sake, the money wasn't there. What do you want from me?
I don't think she has it.
Oh? It's cute how she acts like you two are friends.
He as my friend.
You heard what happened to Drew, right? Maybe try keeping that in mind when you talk to me.
But I really don't have it.
Don't fucking touch her.
Why is it that chicks think it's okay to hit me? But if I lay a single finger on them, suddenly, it's a whole other thing.
Well, they're under 18 years of age.
Frank
Or maybe they
says
are.
You were asking
No.
about a client of his.
They're like 17.
That true?
No, they're 16?
Yeah, it's true. I don't see why you should give a shit.
You don't? Maybe I'll show you. See, you two Nancy Drews decided it would be a good idea to call your drug dealer and ask about his business. I didn't go to a fancy academy, but that doesn't strike me as smart. Maybe it was this man's sunny disposition that confused you. But he's got a whole other side to him that I don't think you'd like. Should we let them see it?
Well, I've already seen it
We're just talking here.
like 3 years down the road, I think it
Okay.
would be.
Then let's
Or
talk.
2, I don't know.
I want to know right now why you give a shit about this woman.
Why do you... A friend.
She's a friend. An old family friend.
This chick doesn't have any family or any friends.
Look, none of this matters. All we care about is that you stop asking questions. Got it?
I didn't ask anything. Oh, wait, yes I did. I asked where she is.
No. Tell me where she is. Now.
Rachel.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck is your
Rachel? As in Rachel Amber? That makes so much sense. This is James Amber's fucking kid.
Damon.
Your dad's a real piece of shit, you know.
Who cares?
So? We don't have anything to do with him.
Right. Here's what happens next.
Oh, that's a bigger knife than Frank had.
No, they're not. This one is the fucking DA's daughter. And right now, she's going to fill me in on what her daddy is up to and how he's connected to that whore everyone's asking about.
Damon, calm down. We're still talking. Everything's still cool. No need to get...
No, freaking... Moron.
Fucking bitch!
I told you that was a bad idea.
Damon! What the fuck? Chloe! Go! Now!
Cheers, Frank. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
Hey! Hold on, okay? Rachel? No! No! I'm not losing you.
Kill him, Frank! Frank! Why is her jacket just completely red? There they are.
Rachel is going to be all right. The knife damaged her brachial artery, but didn't cut it. She's had a surgery, and now she's resting. Chloe, what happened?
I'm trying to it's my fault.
It's my fault. I should have listened to you. Sarah's mixed up somehow with this psycho Damon Merrick.
I know exactly who Damon Merrick is. Start over and tell me everything. Did you and Rachel try to contact Sarah? I'm not going to chastise or blame you, Chloe, but I need the whole story.
So, I got my dealer to meet us.
You could have said my
since you
friend.
know Sarah.
Frank Bowers.
Yeah, that's right. But Damon showed up with him.
What did Merrick want?
He asked us why we were so interested in Sarah.
And what did you say?
Nothing, of course.
Is that how it became violent?
He wanted dirt on you.
When he found out Rachel was the DA's daughter, he wanted information about you.
And how did he know that I'm her father?
It was my fault.
I called her Rachel. And he figured it out from there.
It's not your fault. What happened next?
Damon had a knife out, and we all could see it. But then he said something that pissed Rachel off. And she just grabbed a piece of wood and hit him. And then he stabbed her. I keep thinking that maybe I could have done something, but when he attacked her, I just froze.
Mention Frank saved
It's
you,
not your
because
fault.
then maybe Frank won't be as in much trouble.
Frank held him off so we could get to the truck. I heard a scream, but I don't know what happened. And then we were here.
I appreciate you telling me the truth. I'll see if I can pull some strings with Ray.
Now I kind of feel bad that I tried to
Get
shoot
you
Frank.
back into Blackwell.
No, and and I put a bullet in his leg. Well, kind of. What about Damon?
What are you going to do about Damon?
Find out if he is alive. First of all, my department's been after him for some time. I was told that if Rachel had arrived only a few minutes later, she might not have,
Got a feeling in her arm?
Thank you, Chloe. You saved my world. It will be some time before Rachel wakes up. I promise. I'll let you know when she does.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey, it's Steph.
Hey.
Steph, how's Drew?
Pretty good. Miss Amber just told me Rachel's going to be okay. I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Well, our room's just down the hall. You should come by.
Okay. Sure. Definitely.
Who is that? Oh, it's Drew's dad.
I don't think I can sit still any longer. Might as well stretch my legs while I wait for Rachel to wake up. One more hour of waiting.
Mini
and
golf.
I would have read that. Frank's business must be booming. Shit.
Increase
I
of...
really hope he's okay. Sean Prescott. What's he writing to the hospital about?
I bet.
I wonder if Damon Merrick classifies as a biohazard. He's definitely human waste.
Is there graffiti?
Guess the citizens of Arcadia Bay aren't feeling so generous. Come on. Not that I have any coins anyway. Oh man. Jackpot.
This is getting risky. Third time's the charm.
Yes.
A little gremlin.
I want
Well, who eats like that?
20 more of those.
Okay, well,
Damn. Are these all firefighters?
oh, people going to hospital for heat exhaustion?
Mom brought so many of these home when Dad died. And not a single one described how I felt.
Pirate boat. I'm gonna sit on this.
Being in a hospital this long sucks. I just want Rachel to wake up, and then I'll feel better.
This looks so
I
weird.
owe Frank big time. Can't believe he did that for us. I hope he's okay. Not like I can do anything about it one way or the other. And what about Damon? Is he gonna come after us? I actually feel better knowing that James Amber is on his case. Ugh. That's weird.
Alright, let's go down the hallway now. Can I talk to you?
Is this Drew's room?
All right, then. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. North.
That's me. And you are?
Chloe.
I'm Chloe.
You here to see Drew?
Yeah.
How are things?
How are things going?
Oh, you know how it is. Ups and downs.
Drew's hurt, of course. But there's other things going well for us. I'm moving back into my old apartment in 2.5 hours. I don't know if you know this, but Mikey's been crashing at Drew's dorm.
Oh?
I had a bit of trouble with work. And it's all been pretty hard. Anyway, Drew managed to scrape together enough to get me back on my feet.
Nice.
I'm glad things are starting to work out then.
Hold on. You said you were Chloe. Mikey's mentioned you a few times now. I have a question maybe you can answer.
Sure.
Both of those boys have been acting a little, well, guilty lately. I've been spending most of my time looking for work. I'm worried I missed something important. Do you know if anything's going on with them?
You should ask Drew.
You should probably ask Drew. I don't really know any details. I do know that whatever it is, they did it because they wanted to help you.
Thanks, Chloe. They actually have helped me out. Money-wise. We're a family, you know? We deal with things together. Oh, excuse me.
Hello.
Hey!
You made it.
Oh. Hey, Chloe.
Wow.
Hey, Drew.
He punched you in... I forgot he punched you in your face. Fun day, huh? How's your knee? Fun day, huh? Fun
Do
day.
they think it's gonna heal?
I'm not sure, actually. It's too early to tell.
Can I graffiti? I want to write on it.
Sorry to hear it.
It's all good.
Love the hair, by the way.
Pretty cool.
Barbarian colors.
I figured it might fit with my new barbarian look. You know, a war paint.
Awesome. Nerds.
Hey, any news about Rachel? Her mom seemed hopeful.
Rachel's stable. She'll probably wake up soon.
How'd she get hurt?
You'll think I'm joking when I tell you, but I'm not.
What happened?
She got stabbed in the arm by Demon fucking Merrick.
Seriously?
Yep.
It wasn't because of me, was it?
Nope. I should have been more careful.
No, not at all. If anything, I should have thought about what happened to you before getting Rachel involved.
That's crazy. Fuck that guy. I wish I could get my hands on him.
Drew, chill out, okay?
I'm headed out. Everything okay in here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't have too much fun now. Try to keep it appropriate for the hospital.
Bye, Dad. See you, Pops.
What would we be doing that the hospital wouldn't like?
Man,
I just unplugged my light.
maybe I shouldn't have mentioned Damon. Rachel's gonna be up soon. Should probably head over when I'm ready.
Okay. I want to sign your leg, Drew. Also, why are you sitting there cracking your knuckles now?
Oh, I want to eat that. Right now.
You can't, though.
Those must be from Steph's parents.
Hey. Sorry for losing it there. It's nice of you to come by.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Easier than you coming to me.
You know what? I'm kind of tired.
Oh. Oh, right. I'll leave you alone.
Can I sign your cast, though? Can I really not?
Drew's been in a lot of pain today.
I think the football team needs thicker helmets.
Heard you lost your balls. Congrats on your... What the
Yep.
frick?
Definitely too many concussions.
Now you can play without fear. Rest up. You missed the worst bio test ever. Save me some painkillers. You rock, bro. What the I don't think they know what he's here for.
Whilst being nice for a change.
I'd like to express my deepest condolences for your injuries. I strive to make Blackwell a safe and welcoming place for all students. I realize now that in my ways I have failed to do that. I want you to know that students and faculty are rooting for your speedy recovery. Your balance in Blackwell, I have made sure that your coaches are ready to accommodate any recovery needs you may have. As for the matter that you were injured on Blackwell grounds, I can't help but feel personally responsible. I have begun to look for more security personnel. If there is any I can do to make you feel more safe upon your return, please do not hesitate to let me know. Sincerely, Principal Ray Wells. So he's going to hire David.
I wonder if Drew will ever play again.
Sorry to hear about your leg. We're really going to miss your talent up in the leadership out in the field for the duration of your recovery. Rest up. Let me know if you need anything. Coach McKenna.
That'll be an interesting read.
Ask me if I can sign your cast.
Alright. I'm gonna head out.
It was really great to see you, Chloe.
Agreed. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Can I sign your cast?
Yeah?
Tell Rachel we're rooting for her.
You bet.
Never mind. I was really hoping I could. Chloe, this is Mr. Amber. Rachel is just waking up now. I'm sure she'd love to see you. Thanks.
Hey. Just heard the fire went out. Went out? You mean it's controlled? No. It's completely out. It extinguished itself.
What?
What could that be? Hell if I know.
Those guys look exhausted.
You can thank Rachel for that. Eating the right foods keeps you healthy and happy.
Unless you get stabbed.
Okay then.
No visitors. Huh?
Hey.
Chloe, I can't even express thank you so much. I'm sorry.
I think the lighting on my camera's off.
I stepped out to get some air. Rachel doesn't need me crying in front of her. Your hair. I almost didn't notice it.
Oh.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
I bet Rachel loves it. I can't imagine what I would do if we lost her.
Me too.
Me too.
You've grown so close, haven't you?
Yeah. It's weird to think we just met a few days ago.
When you meet someone who changes everything, you just know.
Well, hang in there.
This is Amber.
I will.
I know that sounds like a cat poster, but it's true. I know it says believe in this movie, but I mean, hang in there is also a cat poster. So I'm technically not wrong. You know? Do you agree? You have to. It's like against the law not to agree with everything I say. I'm just kidding.
Dad, I'm glad that you're here.
Me too, Rachel.
It really hurts.
Shh. The pain will pass. Chloe's here. You want me to stay?
Nope. I'm just kidding. No, she actually said no.
I'll be okay. Thanks, Dad.
You look
I'll
cozy.
Come back in a little while.
My guardian angel.
How are you? Steph says hey.
I saw Steph earlier. She says hey.
Steph's so cute. But not as cute as you.
Stop.
Stop. I mean,
Stop it. Also, 2 other people said hello as well, but we won't mention it.
Rachel, I'm sorry.
what? What for?
You're here because of me.
No, because
Because I choked back there in the junkyard.
What? Shut up.
You were so fierce, and I just froze. I fucked it up. I'm so sorry.
And you saved my life. You saved my life.
I almost lost you.
I almost lost you. I can't believe I almost...
You're not getting rid of me that easy.
Good. Happy that your dad's here.
I mean, I'm still mad at him for everything he's done.
I'm not.
But it felt so good to lean on him. He's my dad, you know? I felt completely safe.
Like, on Mount Hood.
Where's Mount Hood? Oh, the photo that you burned.
Why'd you do something?
Oh god, why'd you burn the photo? I told you not to. And you started a
Sarah.
fire.
Mom. It's so weird to say. I'm not even sure what she is, honestly.
Druggy?
But I think I still want to meet her.
I figured you would.
I figured you would.
I don't even know if she's still in Arcadia Bay. But if she is, will you find her, please?
You really want this, don't you?
I do, Chloe. I really do.
Then, of course. Whatever it takes.
I bet my dad has her number. Maybe in his office. Our house key's just under the mat. The code is 0722.
Oh, I don't want to steal from your
To
dad.
Your dad's office? 0722.
Yeah. My birthday.
Well,
I'll find
then
her,
it should have been 2207.
And then I'll
22nd of the 7th.
tell her how fucking cool you are.
Thank you, Chloe. For everything.
7th of July. That would be 2207. Not 0722. Unless he's being smart about it and he's like, people will know. So what if I flip the numbers? That is a genius right there. I'm on to you. Is that a hot dog man?
Hey, Elliot.
Even though he's not a hot dog, he's just a sausage with mustard.
Your hair, it's different.
This is like the second or third time I've seen you the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. It's nice. I like your shirt, too. You never told me you were into cars.
Guess you don't know everything about me.
Nice balloon.
Nice balloon, I guess.
Yeah, it's for Drew. Were you just in there?
I'm actually here for Rachel.
But I was just in there.
Rachel's here? What happened?
She was stabbed.
She got stabbed by a psycho.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was insane.
Holy shit. Wait, are you okay?
I'm fine. I wasn't stabbed. Probably not.
I mean, I'm probably not okay, but I can deal with that later.
Are you two in some kind of trouble? You can tell me if you are, you know. I won't judge.
What do you mean? Nothing we can't handle.
Nothing we can't handle.
Chloe. I'm seriously worried about you.
I've seen you
Well,
twice.
Don't be.
I mean, you're hanging out with Rachel Amber a lot lately. Right?
So what?
So, obviously, something is going on.
Or I just met someone that I like. I mean, you don't just meet someone who's like, it was fun, I'm never talking to you again. Yep, this is our one interaction. Goodbye. Like, you don't do that.
I swear, man. Everything's really okay.
Okay. I trust you. Just remember I'm here, okay? If you suddenly need something.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you around.
Yeah. See you around, Chloe.
If this guy's meant to be this game's version of Warren, they did it very bad. Because Warren was constantly in the first game, and this is like the third time I've seen this guy. Most of our interactions have been through a text message. He's gonna follow me, isn't he? I'm gonna go in the elevator, and then he's gonna take the other elevator. Holy frick, this is hour 2, we're going into hour 3, baby! Hello?
Hello?
Anybody home? Wait, why would you say hello? You know they're at the hospital. Like, who's gonna be there? Rachel's just gonna be on the lounge like, I was expecting you here, Mrs. Price. Her dad's in the office? Ah, Chloe.
I need to search this office for any communication with Sarah that can help me find her. If it can rain ash, I guess it could snow in LA.
Check it. Why was it just two random particles?
It's the big one.
I want to shake it again. Shake it again.
It's the big one. James has a file on Frank.
Francis Bowers.
I'd love to read this, but I've got to focus on finding Rachel's mom.
But I want to read it. Dad Award.
Best dad. That stuff is all politics anyway.
I thought I broke it. I'm not going to break it, am I?
Sweet. A secret key. Now to find the secret lock.
Hey Chloe, thanks again for visiting. Drew was very lucky out there. Thanks, good luck to him. Chloe? Yeah? You're stronger than anything. Hope so. What the hell does that mean? You're stronger than anything. Let me read Frank's file. I want to know what secrets he holds.
Sheldon. Why do I feel like I've heard that name before?
Sheldon Pike. I feel like I've heard that name before. Sheldon Pike.
I guess getting your ass kissed comes with the DA territory.
Appreciate for your integrity, honesty, and education to the fair and ethical administrations of justice.
James sure keeps lots of files on people.
What's his job?
Locked drawer inside locked office. Seems promising.
Is this one's unlocked? Huh? What is that? Is that just a bottle of wine that's broken?
More sherry.
Yeah, why is the top of it transparent? Yeah, good idea. In a locked office, you're gonna graffiti, so... Secret booze stash. Very inconspicuous. Good job. What's over here?
Arcadia Bay's least wanted.
Least wanted. Frank Bowers, whoever... that guy from the bar. The guy outside and the shirt guy. It's weird how Frank has a different outfit every time we see him. But in the first game, he doesn't change his clothes once.
What do we have here? I should check the computer or some of those files laying around.
I'll check Frank. Or not. I'll open this drawer quickly.
Welcome to Shadyville. Even if James is trying to protect Rachel from her mother, this seems like a pretty terrible way to act.
This is enough. When you told me that in the park you weren't going to let me be a part of Rachel's life, of course I was angry, but I understood you need to protect her. It's your prerogative as a parent. But sending that man to talk sense into me, threaten me, you're losing the moral high ground here. What kind of ways is it for a DA to act? What would the voters say? I have the right to meet my daughter, and the lawyer I spoke with agrees. But more importantly, Rachel has the right to know who her mother is, to know the truth. Do you know is right, Sarah?
Sarah sent all these letters, and James never gave them to Rachel? That's so messed up.
James, I understand you're reluctant to let me speak to Rachel, but I don't think the decision should belong to her. Everything I have done over the past has been to prove to you that I'm ready to be in Rachel's life. I've gone through rehab, I'm in recovery, and I am no longer in need of money or assistance. I know I can be a positive influence on her. I'm coming to Arcadia Bay in the hopes that I can at least meet to discuss this so you can see how much I've changed. If you have any feelings left for me at all, you will give me a fair chance to prove myself to her, and hopefully to Rachel too. You were the love of my life once. Please don't take this away from me, Sarah.
Sarah sent all these letters. I have to know who James is talking to on the secret phone of his. It could be about Sarah.
Oh, that's a lot of messages. So I'm told you can help me with my problem. Crossing the line, eh? Let's talk. We'll call tonight. I found who you were looking for. Call you in 15. Well, this isn't a charity. I'm going to need to do what we talked about. I can't. Sure you can, because I talked to your girl, and she has a big mouth. Turns out she's not so easy. We're going to need to be more hands-on. Don't hurt her. Relax. I've got my best guy on it. How's your daughter? You know she's attacked me first, right? You really should teach her to behave better. Nothing? Guess you don't need this taken care of anymore. It was Damon.
James is working with Damon Merrick? This is insane. What were they talking about? Is the girl Damon's talking about Sarah?
Probably.
Whatever is going on, I need to see if Damon knows where Sarah is. But how do I get him to tell me?
You'll pay. So we're using names now? Relax, man. It's simple. Either you do what I want, or your little problem becomes a big problem. Now, did you take care of the evidence or not?
Shit. What do I say?
You first. I know you're new at this, so I'll give you a pass. Don't F with me. Let's see proof on the evidence.
Hope James actually has this evidence. Don't think Damon will tell me where Sarah is. Shit. Which of these is Damon talking about? I could just take a wild guess and see what he says. Or maybe there's some info on the case hanging around the office.
Exit. Where? I need some info. I don't want a wild guess. Because what if I take a picture of a knife and he's like, that's just what I used today? Will Franks have info?
James has a file on Frank.
Okay, skip.
I'd love to read this, but I've got to focus on finding Rachel's mom.
Where could... Wait, isn't Sheldon Pike the guy from the
I feel like I've
windmill?
heard that name before.
Isn't he the guy in the singlet? Maybe the evidence is on this board.
Which piece?
He's 6'3". Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. After overall alliteration with the victim, Merrick brandished a fire poker, hitting the victim several times about the head before fleeing the scene. Merrick's gloves were recovered and entered in the evidence. Alright. The gloves. Could have just taken a picture of the whole drawer. I'm waiting. What's the this is... What? That's evidence, right? Yeah, and now effing destroy it. Why are you so bad at this? I'll get right on that.
If I can figure out how. How do I destroy a glove? Maybe I can burn it somehow.
I'm burning the glove. It's... no!
Oof. Better not touch that again.
I can't believe you just burnt evidence to try to find this random woman. So, since you're destroying evidence, might as well tell me which one of my guys snitched. I checked with the OPD. There is no snitch. Bullcrap. Tell me who it is, or maybe you'd rather deal with your problem yourself.
Damn. I hope James has something here to tell me who Damon's informant is.
Planning supper. What time do you think you'll be home? Don't wait for me. Sweetheart, we don't get enough family time as it is. Does Rachel want to join us? She's very welcome, Mom. I just can't make it tonight. Sorry, Chloe. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, love you. Love you too. Alright.
So I need to find which of Damon's guys has been snitching. I should search around the office to see if there's any info to help me out.
I can read Frank's file.
Okay. There's no way that Frank is snitching on Damon. But I love learning about his badass loitering charge.
Arcadia Bay Police Department suspect profile. Suspect's name Francis Bowers, known alias Frankie B. DOB 8th of the 31st. What? 31st of the 8th, 1981. Arcadia Bay, or height 6 feet 1 inch. Weight 190 pounds. Scars/tattoos unknown. Race white. Details detained on the 23rd of the 5th of the 6th of the 5th of 25th of 6 by Arcadia Bay Police Department. Oh wait, no, there's 23rd of the 5th 2006 to 25th of the 5th 2006, Arcadia Bay Police Department on suspicious of drug dealing charges dropped due to insufficient evidence.
This is that freak from the mill. Wonder what Damon would think of his very cooperative comment.
Were you arrested last month? Yes or no? If yes, list the charge. New unverified income. Has been very cooperative. No missed check-ins.
I agree to aid the courts on future cases. That could be seen as a little snitchy.
I want to accuse Sheldon Pike, because I don't want to accuse Frank, and I don't... Who are you, though?
Okay. If I'm going to accuse one of these guys, I'd better be sure I'm...
Sheldon Pike. This guy. You foreman is Sheldon Pike. Really? I barely know that guy. Now he's gonna wish he'd never met. Good work. Guess all that leaves is our handoff. Show me you have my payment and I'll tell you where to meet.
Payment? Fuck.
I have it. Good, send me a pic and we're all set.
Here's hoping James already has Damon's money. But where would it be?
Where would it be?
I wonder if this has anything to do with Damon's stash.
Hello. Why didn't you take a picture of why didn't you try to find if Mr. Amber had gloves? You throw that glove in the bin. No, you take a picture of that glove, then you take a picture of a random black glove burning in the bin, and you're like, oh, it's done, it's done. Alright, good work. Now here's the girl. Ready to go?
Fuck, that's Sarah. And she's at the mill. What is he doing to her?
Why is she tied to a chair? Bring me the package and we can finish the job. I'll be right there. You really are new at this. Better hurry. This chick's starting to get on my nerves.
Holy shit. Does James even know what he's doing? Okay. I still have time. Damon's waiting for his money, right? He wouldn't do anything to her. Yet. Fuck. I need to get there fast.
Chloe?
I freaking... Is that him? Is that the guy I said was going to follow me? It is.
Hey!
Elliot. What are you doing here?
And why'd you break into this person's house?
What are you doing here? This is Rachel's house, right?
Yeah, and I know Rachel. You don't.
Did he really just follow me here?
You followed me?
Did you follow me from the hospital?
I did. I'm worried about you.
But that's called
I'm fine.
stalking.
You're the one acting crazy. You shouldn't be here.
Chloe, what is...
That's not your money. It's not mine, but it's not yours.
Elliot, put that down. You have no idea what you're dealing with.
And you do? Chloe, what have you gotten yourself into?
You wouldn't understand.
Give me a chance. What the hell are you doing?
It's none of your business. Maybe you leave me alone if I just tell him what's happening.
I can't talk much about it. It has to do with Rachel's mother. Her real mother.
And that explains you breaking into the DA's home and having this?
Believe it or not, yes.
I'm so sick of you not seeing who Rachel really is.
Excuse me?
When will you realize what she's doing to you?
Sounds like you're just
Elliot,
jealous.
Just take a step back.
No.
I'm pretty sure I'm a bad influence
You
on
need to
her.
listen to me. What has your relationship with her gotten you?
You don't know what you're talking about.
First night you hang out, what happens?
I get expelled.
You end up in a fight.
Oh. She saved me.
You don't know what you're talking about. Rachel saved my ass.
I'm sure that's how it seemed to you.
Well, she wasn't
Stop
there for
suggesting
me.
that she's somehow bad
The
for...
next day she convinces you to skip school. Magically, she barely gets in trouble. And you get expelled.
It was my choice. She defended me.
I took the fall because I wanted to. Rachel tried to protect me.
Yet somehow, it all worked out for her in the end. As usual.
You don't understand. You weren't there.
Was she protecting you when she made you take part in a play you didn't want to be in?
Well, what?
Seriously.
That's something? What?
You need to shut the fuck up before...
I've been quiet long enough.
Are you got brain damage, mate?
Rachel is an amazing actress. And I don't mean on stage. She's fake. You're real. And I hate to see her manipulate you like this.
Elliot, I promise. No one is manipulating me.
No? Just look where you are now. A high school dropout.
I wasn't dropped out.
Hanging out with criminals and breaking into houses.
I could easily go to another school.
It's crazy. It just as easily could have been you in that hospital today. If that ever happened.
Stalk her much? I appreciate the concern. I
Look,
stalk her
hear you.
much.
I appreciate the concern.
I don't think you do.
Elliot.
I'm the one who cares about you, Chloe. Me, not Rachel. It's time you saw the truth.
What does that mean?
It means you're going to stop thinking about Rachel and pay attention to me now.
Freaking
For once.
Gronk. Come.
Elliot, please. I know you're upset, but...
I'm not upset!
This was snuggle.
Elliot's gone full-blown crazy. I need to get the police to come without tipping him off.
Who was there for you? When Max left? When your dad died? No one else gave a shit about you except for me.
You're kind of going a little down a rabbit hole you shouldn't
We
be.
have a lot to talk about. And I don't care how long it takes. We're not leaving until you see that I'm right.
You're not right though. Ooh, no. Why have you done this?
All right, Elliot. You want to talk so bad? Let's talk.
To succeed and back to it, listen to you.
What's really going on here? You can tell me.
This exactly. The DA lives here.
You mean here? Specifically? Like, the Amber House?
I'm talking about your situation. Rachel is dangerous. You need to realize that.
My life, I feel threatened. You're keeping me here.
You're the one who's keeping me here. At
The Arcadia Bay
What the
DA
frick?
James Amber's house.
Why is that what that would be? That makes no sense.
You're acting strange.
That's stupid.
What's going on?
What was all of those would have been
What?
the same.
Nothing.
What are you?
That was just stupid.
Ugh, you bitch! Can't you see I just want to help you? You're going to assault me now? That's how far you'll go to protect Rachel?
No,
This is what I'm
to
talking
not
about.
be bashed.
No! You idiot!
What the fuck?
Better run, dickbag. Cops will be here any minute.
She couldn't say, "You're the one keeping me here," and leave it at that. I feel an ending nearing.
So much destruction. All because Rachel got angry at her dad, who's been lying to her all her life. And he's
Yeah.
still lying.
Hey, being a dad's tough.
That doesn't justify what he's done.
I'm just saying, I'd probably do anything to keep you safe.
Hey, Dad,
Yeah?
did you ever lie to me? I don't mean telling me that ashtray I made for Mom wasn't a piece of crap. I mean, like, really lied about something that might hurt me to know.
Well, he couldn't tell you. He's not real.
What do you think?
I suppose everyone lies.
I suppose everyone lies about big things. I mean, the stuff Mom doesn't know about me. So, you probably lied too.
Would you love me less?
Of course not.
You sound pretty sure, sweetheart. You were pretty sure Mom would never fall in love with someone like David, too. Are you really ready to hear the answer to your question?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Problem is, I'm
I
dead.
knew it.
So how am I supposed to tell you anything?
I guess it's better this way. Not knowing.
Then I'll always be the perfect dad?
How many people get to say that? No way. My ride, my tunes.
And the Illuminati.
Am I seriously going in to face Damon Merrick? All for Rachel? Am I crazy?
Probably.
Crazy.
Hella crazy.
I'm glad you're here, Dad.
You don't want me to go?
No. I like the company. Besides, you don't want to miss this. Things are about to get real.
He's not, though. We're like 2.5 hours in. This is where, in any episode in part 1, I mean, season, the first game would have ended. And it would have just gone to episode 4 and, I mean, episode 5, but nope. These episodes are really long.
Shit. Is that blood?
Frank? Like, I know you can't die because you got to be in the next game, but are you okay?
Frank?
I have blue hair now, Frank. Oh, you already saw it.
Frank!
Shit, this is bad.
I'll get you help, Frank. But first, I've gotta help Rachel's mom.
I can't believe how far the fire spread. And this section's like how in the first game, you went through the beginning of the game backwards.
Where the hell is Sarah? Don't tell me what to do.
Don't mess with Damon Merrick. Oh, I have a knife now. You gotta believe me, I'm not a goddamn snitch. Who told you that?
Frank's couch is toast.
I wish I could eat it, but it's not that type of toast.
Everything's going to be just fine. Just a little longer, and all your troubles are going bye-bye.
What the fuck?
I just want to meet my daughter. Can't you understand? Why does
Your daughter? Jesus. So that's what he's worried about. Can't let the public know. The mother of his daughter is some junkie.
I just want to see her. You don't have to.
Shut up. James Amber wants you out of the picture. So that's what's going to happen.
This is so messed up.
That's... Oof. Go stab him. Or don't stab him. I don't know.
No one believes a junkie.
No.
He said you've been sober a year. Respect. It's hard to kick this shit.
You can do this.
Because I have a knife.
Damon.
What the hell are you doing here?
I've got your money right here. The money James owes you.
How the fuck do you...
Run!
No one has to know.
Just run.
Just let her go, and I won't say...
No!
Talking's over.
Leave her alone!
Shut up. What the fuck? You boosted the DA's shit? Got my money? Burned the evidence? All that?
Yeah.
Just trying to help.
Hey,
Get away from her!
I just did what you wanted me to. You asked me to. Well, you asked.
No.
Go to your fucking happy place.
Run.
Let this be a lesson, kid. Make good life choices, or you'll end up like her. Now, what do I do with...
Damon! What did you do?
I fucked you up good, didn't I? Guess you really don't know when to quit. Glad to see you back on your feet.
Chloe.
Frank.
You don't really want to do this again, do you?
There's a knife, Frank. You can grab the knife.
Okay. Then I don't want to do this again. Come on, man.
Fuck you.
Oof! That was in the head. That could have killed me.
Rachel, your daughter, she...
Good night.
Sarah?
I'm asleep.
Chloe Price.
Where's Frank? Where Damon?
Your friend, Frank, took care of Damon.
I don't.
You don't need to worry about them right now.
I think I'm asleep.
Sit.
I got knocked out.
Sarah, are you okay?
We need to talk about what happened.
I am so sorry for...
Rachel can never know.
Know about what?
What exactly can't Rachel know?
What James did. Hiring that thug. Shooting me up with...
He's a piece of shit. And I promise that...
Rachel can never know.
I don't understand.
Tell me why. Doesn't she deserve to know what her father did?
No. Rachel deserves a loving father. A father who cares for her.
James is a liar.
James is a desperate man who loves his daughter. And she loves him. Tell her what happened here, and you'll take that away from her. Forever.
She deserves to meet you.
And just what is James protecting her from? You? She wants to meet you, Sarah.
No, she doesn't. She wants to meet her mother. I can never be that for her.
Why are you saying all this?
Because James is right. He's taken something from me that I might not ever get back. But he's right. I'm broken.
Everybody's broken, Sarah.
Oh? Does everybody abandon their own child for 15 years? Does everybody take money to stay away?
You're here now. That's what matters.
What do you know?
I know Rachel needs you. I know loss.
I'd say I lost my best friend because losing, like, a dead dad is not the same as a mother moving away.
A couple of years ago, my best friend left me. Didn't write. Didn't call. Like I never existed.
Friends come and go, Chloe.
Not like this. We were... I thought we were gonna be friends forever. I was wrong.
You don't know what this is to me. Every pain, every fear, gone. No more sadness, no more grief. Why would anyone not want to feel that way? Ever.
You quit for Rachel needs you.
I don't know anything about addiction, but I know what it's like to be needed by someone. It gives you strength you never knew you had. Rachel needs you.
Rachel needs her family.
I recognize I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but I wish you could know how amazing Rachel is.
I know.
She's fearless. She's brilliant and talented. And she feels so much. She's so strong.
She's had a good life. Raised in a loving home, given opportunities I could never give her.
At least talk to her. She's felt like something's been missing her whole life. She told me so. That something was you.
She didn't miss anything. She has a perfect family.
They're far from perfect. I thought my dad was perfect.
I used to think my dad was perfect. But now I realize he was probably just as messed up as everyone. And it doesn't make me love him any less.
That's a nice thought. What Rachel needs, though, is not to have her father taken away from her.
He doesn't
It's
deserve...
not about James. It's not about me, and it's not about you. It's about Rachel. Tell her what James did, and you'll be killing him for her. You understand that, don't you?
The worst mistake you ever made was giving Rachel up. That's what you said in your letter to her.
You read that.
You don't have to make the same mistake twice.
Nothing can change the mistakes I made. I'll never get to be Rachel's mother. Not really. But there's one thing I can still do for her. The only thing I can do.
Which
Let
is?
me give her the father she deserves. The one who raised her, protected her. The one who loves her more than anything. You can do whatever you want, Chloe. You have the power. What you have to decide is whether you're going to protect Rachel or cause her even more hurt. So please, tell her I was never here. Let her have what peace she can without me.
Wait.
I'll take care of her, you know.
I believe you. Goodbye, Chloe.
Goodbye. Max, is Frank and Damon actually not here anymore? Was I not asleep? What? Did I even... Frank left while I was just on the floor? Frank just... Well, I guess... He was... He can't take me with him or I'm an accessory to murder, so...
Hello?
Thank you, Frank. You're a good one. Good man.
Hi, Chloe. Rachel's just fallen asleep.
A good man for a drug dealer. Hey, they used my design.
I know she'll be thrilled to see you when she wakes up. Maybe come back a little later.
Hey.
Go back to sleep, kiddo. You need your rest.
Can I talk to Chloe? Alone? For a minute?
Okay, sweetie. We'll be right outside.
How are you feeling? Like I got stabbed? Doc says there'll be a 6 scar. Maybe a tattoo is in order. Fuck yeah. We never actually escaped, did we? We've got time. All the time in the world. So...
Not just yet.
How did
Not for
everything
another
go?
3 years.
Rachel, I've got to tell you something.
Your mother was never there, is what I will tell her. Protect Rachel from the truth!
Hey.
But that was really loud.
What's wrong?
Why was that so loud?
I failed you. I couldn't find her. I'm so sorry.
Funny. You seemed so confident. I really thought you'd find her.
Yeah. Me too.
Maybe we can try tomorrow. Maybe she hasn't left town yet.
Of course. I know wherever she is, she loves you very much.
How do you know that?
Because why should she be any different from the rest of us?
The last of us? Is that the ending? All the devils are here, trophy earned. Before the Storm trophy earned. That's the ending. Well, at least Rachel's happy. Frank, he's in his jacket. I was eating those beans. The dog. Oh, that's where he buried Damon. That's nice. Yep, here's what I was expecting. Oh, I thought you'd be angry. Screw you. That's nice. I guess that's nice. I'm not inclined to say just that's nice because we all know who he is. Screw you. I don't care how happy you look. That was just a little rude. There it is. Okay, that's... Did they put that scene in the wrong place? Nope. That was a hard push. But this ending feels a little too happy for a prequel to, you know, that came before. Okay, well, I guess that was a happy ending to a Life is Strange. Oops. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't skip anything. Oh, frick. Yeah, you hid the truth. You killed the plant with soda. You accepted David's photograph. You didn't have Drew's money at the start of the day. You visited the Norths at the hospital. You donated to the firefighters fund. You convinced Damon that Sheldon was the snitch. Rachel didn't meet her mother. Oh, there's more. I didn't skip anything. Whew. Chloe calling. 17 miss... Oh no, I know this room. Oh god. I take back the that's nice from... I take back that's nice for Nathan, because yeah. Well, guys, now that was Life is Strange Before the Storm's main 4 episodes. For those of you who watched this premiere live, I'd like to thank you for joining us. Sometime after this premiere, I will be streaming this bonus episode right here. And yeah, that ending was, I knew it was too happy to be true. So I think there is a couple little itty bitty plot holes, but there's not too many. It was pretty consistent. Yeah, but the part where Frank kind of disappears was kind of a little rushed, but I'm happy this episode didn't go for too long. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Life is Strange Before the Storm. If you liked it, let me know, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye. Marshmallows.